This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Yo, what is going on? Another episode of the Big Homie's house in the building. We got some new homies. Returning homie, Rissy Blessed. This is the new version of Rissy Blessed.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
new and improved.
New and improved. We gonna definitely get into that. And then, but we got the homie JT Money in the building.
What's up with it?
How you feeling, man?
I'm awesome, man. Everything is good, brother.
Yeah. So we gonna let's start over here. So for the people that may be uncultured and unfamiliar with JT Money, give them a little bit of background on JT Money.
JT Money, Miami-based rap group Poison Clan back in 1990. We started on Luke Records under Two Live Crew and all that, and I went on to pursue a solo career. 1990, up here in ATL, dropped Pimpin' on Wax, got the rap single of the year. Who that? Yeah, and I hit him low, and all that stuff.
That was in the Space Jam soundtrack too, right?
I don't know who that was in Space Jam.
I hit him high.
Oh, High Low. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely on All About the Benjamins and a New Guy. And something that record was funny, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't as big as Who That, but it made the money Who That made.
Oh, yeah,
that
for
was beautiful.
sure.
All them different licenses and syncs.
For sure. That's definitely. You got a lot of amazing things that you've accomplished in your career. For sure. Yeah, that's hard. That's a good era of music to be a part of as well.
Yeah, and to still be out there, man. That's where the blessing at.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of blessings, Rissy Blessed.
Yes, sir.
So for the people unfamiliar with you, give them a little background on Rissy Blessed, and then we're going to hop into some conversation.
Absolutely. So peace and blessings, kings and queens. My name is Rissy Blessed because I'm Rissy and I'm blessed, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Rissy Blessed, I got a story to tell, but I'm going to give y'all a little synopsis.
Give me the synopsis.
Just a synopsis real quick. So ex-dancer, entertainer, dominatrix.
Mm-hmm.
Reformed. I am now a spiritual life coach. I teach people how to go from pain to peace.
Okay, going from pain to peace. So we got a lot to talk about on the show today. But JT, I want to start with you, right? So you came up in the era of like real live music.
True story.
Like real live music. So when you see where we at now, because back then it was real male dominated, right?
Right.
But now we're in the age where the females is popping their on the same type of time. So like, what does it feel like for you to witness kind of that transition from it being like, okay, this is how it started, but now this is where it's at with the music, with that style of music?
Well, I guess everything evolves, you know what I'm saying? And it's the people, the powers that be. That's just what they putting up front. You know, they're not going to put no dominant man out there right now with their agenda.
Oh,
yeah,
tell me the agenda. What's the agenda? Because right now, Sexyy Red, one of the people, she's leading the forefront.
Right.
You got Sexyy Red, you got Meg, you got Cardi, City Girls, all these people leading the forefront of that.
Right.
So you think a man wouldn't fit in on that same type of time?
No, well, a man could fit in and dominate it. You know, I mean, y'all experienced the B-Eyes before, JT Money, the B-Eyes, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only dude that can handle them women. But anyway, is what I'm saying is, them people, they don't want no dominant male, no real,
They. Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it's the culture. They going to have their time, and it's going to, it's going to fade. But right now, let them babies eat. Get money, girl. You know, just do something with it.
Yeah.
But don't think you brother.
Listen,
I'm sorry, I had to slip that in.
This ain't Sunday school, so you can cuss on this.
Oh, she I be trying not to.
Yeah, I understand. If it's anything that I got to bleep out for YouTube, I'm gonna do that. But yeah. So you think the powers that be don't want a dominant male?
That's right. That's what they pushing. You know, again, when they start calling us toxic and all that for being men, you know.
Yeah.
So whatever though.
What is from your, I guess, interpretation of the word toxic? What do you consider? What do you think they saying men are toxic for? What do you consider a toxic man? We're gonna let you go first.
For exercising his nature. Like I'm looking at Rissy Black and I can see her. She look good over there.
She do.
I'm glad you used that word reform.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, I was going to invite you out. But now I'm toxic. See, now I'm toxic just for that.
That's toxic.
You
that's
see what I'm
toxic.
saying? Yeah, but that's a nature.
Yeah.
That's the natural man.
So the natural man want to get in some yams.
Hey man, just a nice conversation.
Just nice conversation.
Leading to the yams.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, the day gonna end with some yams.
But just stuff like that though.
Yeah. So what do you consider a toxic man? Well, hold on. You know what?
Go ahead.
Pre-reformed and reformed Rissy. What was toxic to you before you was reformed, and what's toxic to you now?
Okay, so before I was reformed, back in my day,
yeah.
a toxic man to me back then would be probably a man that's gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Now, hold on. Now, what was you doing? What was you doing back then, Rissy Blessed?
Get into the bag.
Get into the bag.
Yeah. So I feel like if you come into the situation knowing what I'm about, then let me do my thing. Like, don't come in here trying to change me, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, nah, don't do that. I don't want you doing that. Like, this is how you met me. Let me be. That would have been a toxic man for me back then.
So if a man see you if a man see you doing that and he think, okay, she could be doing better than that, and he tried to put you on to something different, that's toxic?
It's not toxic, but again, know
you met
what
me
you
like
want.
this.
Right.
Yeah.
Know what you want and go for that.
What if I want you, but I don't like that part of you?
Well, then you won't want me.
That's cap.
That was a part of me. So if you either all of me or none of me.
You agree with that?
I don't know. You just do better. I mean, you do what you got to do to get what you want. So if I want to persuade her out of that, you can still lean her towards another bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Her thing was I want to get my money.
Yeah.
But now she just like spanking. If that's just your thing. If you just got
stepping on
a habit, you want to step. If that's your habit, then ain't nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She got a sickness.
Yeah.
She toxic.
You were the toxic one. So if I see a girl doing something, but it may be one thing that I don't like, I'm not wrong for it. Like, okay, do you really want to do this, or is this something that we can talk you out of?
Right. I mean, we can sit down and have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if after the conversation, I'm letting you know, hey, listen, this is what I'm doing. I enjoy doing this. Until this ain't what I want to do, or I want to take another path, this is what it is.
I saw one of them balloon pop videos earlier today, and the dude, the girl was saying that she was an influencer. She made the money like showing off online with woo. And the guy was like, hey, so if a guy offered you another opportunity and he was providing for you, taking care of you, would you stop doing that? And she said no.
Oh, I would stop doing it.
She said she would not stop shaking her ass on Instagram even if a man was providing for her. Oh, wow. Now, and I'm like, damn, if he doing all this, you just in it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Right. You just love doing it.
Some women just get so engulfed in the game, period, and it becomes a part of them.
So can you be in a relationship if you're committed to impressing people on the internet? Y'all think?
I don't think so.
No.
Not officially.
That's not conducive to a beneficial relationship.
Yeah, I feel like if you are trying to dip in and trying to convince these strangers on the internet to f with you, and you got somebody who's committed to you at home, like what are we really doing this for?
Yeah, eventually that's gonna get in the way.
Yeah, and sometimes people don't realize it until it's too late.
True story.
That part.
So what does reformed Rissy think is toxic?
All right. So today, I would say for me, a toxic man would be a man that switching the roles now.
Switching the roles.
Vice versa. He out there doing his thing. Mm-hmm. And same thing. I come in, and it's a catch-22 because I said what I said before.
When it says a catch-22, it's about to be bull.
But I'm being honest. I'm being 100% honest, and it, quite frankly, may sound hypocritical. But a man that's out there doing his thing, same thing, maybe in the streets, selling some drugs or whatever he doing, you know what I'm saying, that I feel is not conducive to my lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Now I'm reformed, I'm doing my thing, whatever, not judging, not nothing. But if you coming at me saying that you want me and you see, again, same thing, that this is the lifestyle that I'm living, don't bring that over here. Let me do my thing. And again, it's the same type of concept. Just roles reversed.
Got you.
Go for what you want.
For sure.
Don't
Nah,
come
do you
for
see why I
something
said
that
she was a
don't.
toxic one earlier?
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
toxicity,
so we can agree that you were toxic.
I applied it to both
resistance.
situations. Same scenario, just roles reversed.
But all right, now when you came in, you said this is the new and improved version of you.
And it is.
So we can, you said it, not me.
Absolutely.
So we say the new and improved version of you, which is the best version of you to exist on this earth,
Yes.
knows that the shit you was pushing was toxic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Okay.
I agree.
But
I
a lot of,
I can take accountability.
but-
that's
yeah,
for
they say
sure.
knowing is half the battle.
yeah,
Yeah.
knowing is half the battle.
Admitting they got a problem
That's
is the
the
first
first
step
step.
in
Yeah.
the 12-step program.
So do you think like the way you were thinking before is the popular like mindset now? Like what you see with how people like how men and women interact with each other, you think like a lot of them on that get money
Yeah, everybody. That's where the culture at, man. That's just the culture.
y'all started it.
I don't know. We was having fun with it. See,
Right.
and we was fighting the system with
Yeah.
it because they didn't want us to do it. We was like, y'all don't tell us what to do. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it's like they flipped it on us and like, no, everybody goes just anything, life, just get money.
Yeah.
Get money.
Yeah.
Women get money. And house divider won't stand. They try to separate us or
Yes.
throw us off.
Yeah.
But I really believe that though. But we too resilient as a people, so I ain't even gonna worry. We got this, man. We got this.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And I'm gonna keep pushing these little soldiers. Listen, boy, don't go like this, man. You got to do it like this, young
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
But at least let them know what they up against.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have a fighting chance. But
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with it, though.
So what do you think is causing so many women to follow into that that mindset like now? Because now it's like I've seen screenshots from like high school, middle school kids expecting to be treated like they favorite
Man.
Instagram influencers. Like, bruh, you're talking to somebody who's 11 years old.
Yeah,
Where is
right.
he?
Right.
Where
No,
is he gonna get this
listen.
from?
Listen, my son, he getting ready to be 13. But
Uh-oh.
at 12 years old, had a little girlfriend and had me take him to Pandora to buy this girl a ring.
Yeah.
With his money. His money.
How much is the ring?
The ring was about $65. A little cute,
Okay,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah,
little cute something
little cute.
for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. But that's
Yeah.
how I start.
That's how
That's how I start, and then she get older, and then expect that moving
Right.
forward. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like nowadays with the women today and the culture, it's really just a trend. The agenda that's being pushed in the music, nothing is by accident. So
Right.
all of this is being pushed for a reason, and they're following the trend. They're following the culture. A lot of people see what's going on social media and think that that's what it is. And most of
Right.
the time, it's all bullshit. It's all a facade.
Yeah.
But because you see it and it looks good, now it's like, oh, I want to do that too.
Yeah.
And they're not giving you the real stats,
Right.
the real
Well,
background.
give it the real.
That's
Give
right.
give us the real right now because the listeners need to hear it. Give us the real.
I mean, it's a process to anything. And a lot of times on social media, we don't see the process. We see the finished product. So with the finished product, it's like, okay, they getting money, they doing this, they successful, bam, I want to do that. But not knowing the steps that it takes to get there. You understand?
Yeah.
So initially, you got to put in that groundwork. It's hard
Yeah.
work, it's discipline. Like for me to get here, I met you along that journey,
Yeah.
So
It's a lot. It look a lot different now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lot different. But it was a process. And I had
Yeah.
to go through that phase in my life in order to get here. And me personally, I put my story on Front Street. A lot of people that have been following me since the beginning, since I first had my first page, I'm on page 6 now.
Yeah.
But seeing the journey and seeing my process from beginning to end. Well, this ain't even the end, but to where I'm at now.
Beginning to where you at right now at this
Right,
point.
exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of them don't know it's consequences that come with a lot of that stuff too.
Let's talk about it. What
Yeah.
are the so when you
I
say
mean,
consequences of the stuff, what
just-
type of behavior are we talking
Yeah,
about?
just the different actions. You take the young dudes with the guns on the internet. It's consequences that come with that. Police
Yeah.
ain't gotta even go look for you. They can just
Yeah.
search. The girls think a dude gonna give me, but you gonna run into that one dude who want everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Ain't
expect
trying to give
I'm
nothing.
I'm paying for this, so I own you.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
whole nother animal.
Yeah.
And it's consequences, but they gonna show I just got this bag, but they covering that black eye or
Yeah.
the real crust.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But hey, man.
They don't see the dark side. And it's a dark side.
But now
to
when you
everything.
choose happiness and get with J Baby, listen, all that stuff goes away.
It goes away.
Ad for me.
Nothing but clear skies and rainbows over here, man. Yeah.
It's the ad for me.
So you were just talking about like the dark side of it. What is the dark side of trying to chase this social media influenced lifestyle?
So contingent upon how you're trying to get it. So I'll speak from my experience being a dancer, stripper, entertainer, dominatrix, just being in that lifestyle, and even being on the streets once upon a time. You know, it's men, like he said, there's men out there that's going to demand more than what you offering, and a lot of times women get raped, you know. You can get robbed.
Yeah.
Even there's been strippers that have been robbed, literally, on their way home, coming into their door and getting robbed at gunpoint from their bag because somebody watching you at the club making your money.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
Yeah. And to add to that point as well, a lot of people don't got it on Instagram, but they look like they got it. So then they end up running into that same situation. But instead of that person coming up, they realizing like, damn, this motherfucker broke for real. They may kill you out of just wasting their time.
Right.
Like, damn, why you ain't got it for real? Pow.
Okay. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
That fake it till you make it mentality. And I don't know who made that popular, but listen, ain't no need to fake shit. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to look Paul, but you know what I'm saying? Keep yourself together, keep yourself well groomed, and until you make it, baby, somebody gonna appreciate that story.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna learn and be inspired by that story. So use your story and use that to make it.
But people don't want to use their story because the story, they think things have to be interesting immediately.
Right.
Because they see on social media, nobody's gonna tell you about their bad days.
Right.
Nobody's gonna tell you that, you know, they woke up with negative money in their account. They're not gonna tell you they got a boot in their car. They can't even afford to get off.
Right.
Yeah, nobody gonna tell you that. But people are gonna show you the money they've been saving for the past 2 years for doing the money spread video.
Right.
They are gonna show you the money that they took out a crazy loan with a stupid interest rate on to get this money stacked.
Okay.
And people are falling more in love with the aesthetic than the process to get that.
Right.
That part.
We don't want to talk about the how long it took us to get to where we are, because people, if somebody just found you probably and just saw your latest post on social media, they wouldn't know what it took to get to where you are.
Absolutely.
If they just found you when they heard your hit song for the first time, they're not gonna know what it took to even make that.
Right.
People aren't just pushing out things immediately. We don't just become the versions of who we are. Even me, it took a lot to get here.
Yeah.
I didn't start with iHeart.
Right.
You know, we was in a little bullshit studio.
I remember.
But that grind.
The grind.
That work, right?
Yeah, it's put in the work. So why do y'all think like people are afraid to put in the work on
They're
certain
lazy.
things?
I'm telling these microwave people, they want instant gratification. It's just a dopamine. It's a high somewhere. And everybody think they celebrities on the phone. They be, doing whatever they doing. And then I just want it right now.
Yeah.
It's your money and I want it right now.
Yeah. I want.
Right, not even mine. But I want that.
Yeah, I want to look like that money.
Yeah.
But both of y'all brought up this word earlier, so I want to kind of spin back to this. We were talking about the agenda being pushed. What do you think is the agenda? And then I'm gonna go to you.
The agenda: get the black man out the household, straight up.
What? So how are they? What? Tell me, what ways is this happening?
Well, it's been happening, but as of today, I mean, definitely the music. Like you said, using your example with the Sexyy Reds and the City Girls and the Megan Thee Stallions and Cardi B's pushing that agenda. Pushing the agenda for women, feminism, first of all. I know you talked about this on one of your shows previously. Like, feminism wasn't a movement created to empower the woman. Feminism was a movement created to make the woman, yes, empowered in a sense, and feel like they don't need the man.
Right.
And then following, get the man out of the household, that I don't need you attitude. So pushing in with the music, the movies, the shows, everything that we see today. And then social media is one of the major platforms to get that message to us, because that's where we're at. Yeah, and they diluting that structure.
Right.
I feel like the
The
structure
family,
that
right.
we put down and set for our kids in order to be brought up a certain way. You got to understand that once kids get out in the world, school, we start school, kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's one of their biggest influences.
No.
The home, we in a home, how many hours of the day before we got to get up and go to school for 8 hours?
Yeah.
And then you come home, and then depending on the type of parents you got, if they got to go to work, Your parents
done
at
by
work,
yourself.
you on YouTube, you on social media, you playing the game. So a lot of the influence is going to come from outside of your home.
Yep.
So that's where they try to attack because they don't have that solid foundation just yet as kids.
Yeah,
True story now.
Yeah. Nah, you're right about that. You're right about that. So, what do we need to do as the people who know we see what's going on? We have a little influence. We have platforms. What do you think you can do to kind of help push back against the agenda?
Yeah. For right now, I feel like I'm definitely walking in my purpose with my pain to peace. I'm teaching people how to love. I mean, first and foremost, I think love above all. You know, love wins at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely spreading that positive energy. I'm spreading that love for men and women, you know, and basically spreading the message for us to come together as a one. You know, not combating against one or the other, because that seems to be another problem in our community as adults now, is that we go against one another. It's like, okay, well, the man does this, that makes the woman does this, or the woman does this, that makes the man does this, and it's a never-ending cycle. It's like, let's break the cycle, let's heal first and foremost, and then spread that.
Yeah. I agree. I just think we got to just keep having these kind of conversations, you know what I'm saying, and go deep into it, because, like, I walk the walk every day, so, but I know Rome wasn't built in a day. So, like, what can we do? We don't control these applications, and we don't control these major media outlets and, you know, points of distribution. That's there, so they still going to try to middleman us, block us out. But while we out on the street and we could touch our young brothers and sisters and kids, you know, we got to be active. Like when she was saying to get the man out of the house, that was part of the agenda too. The house divided won't stand, separated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the shorty, he getting all this toxic energy from his mama by his daddy, so now he don't want to see that nigga. He like, my that fuck nigga ain't doing, you know. But hey, man, me,
not getting the real.
Yeah, but me, all right, and I just said a situation. I'm like, bitch, give me my kids.
Yeah.
You go do whatever you're doing. Give me my kids.
So do you think
all my niggas came up with me?
So you think that'd be probably a better situation for a lot of the kids are raised in one parent home? It's probably better for them to be with the father.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Unless you got a super mama. But I mean, Mo girl raised me, and then stepdaddy stepped in. I think that I give that nigga all the credit. He made a man out of me. Fucking G. Gator, what's up? What? Nigga G. But and that's what I think. That's what went on me through my kids, cause I don't care what's going on. I'm making sure this is taken care of. You know.
Yeah.
Wrote a song about it. One here it go.
Yeah.
The G.
Commercial break.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man. I mean, in the perfect world, you know, both parents, but and I just think parents need to be attentive. You know, like you can't get, because these parents younger too now, so they on the social media too, and the boy like, mom, she's like, fuck your ass, go, just go. Then you feed them niggas all that other shit, and
chicken nuggets,
cereal,
chicken nuggets, right? And you ain't spending no time with them, so you really don't know what's on the mind. Like, but what that is you watching? Let me see. Like, I like to sit down with them. Like, let me see what they showing my little niggas.
Oh yeah.
I want to watch TV.
Who your influence?
Yeah.
Right.
See, right, but just got to be attentive. I think that's going to be the first line of defense, or the first step, you know. Take accountability for yours.
Taking accountability for yours. Now, while we were talking about fathers and mothers, and damn, let me get my thoughts together, because I got a good follow-up question for that, but damn it, I had a little vape before I came here.
While you do that, can I chime in on something he said?
Go ahead.
Okay, so just to follow up with what he was saying, and in response to the question, as far as the children coming up in a household when it's not a two-parent household, so how I did it with my son was, well, in the beginning, his father wasn't present, and I allowed him his time to grow and mature, and then eventually he came on in and he doing everything he's supposed to.
But you never try to keep him away from it. You just let him mature and grow, and then we're going to be awesome. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So I feel like when kids are young, there's certain things that they need. So from a mother, standpoint, a nurturer, a provider, a protector, you know, from a mother's standpoint, you know, that kind, gentle touch, loving, caring, you know, things emotionally that a man can't naturally give. And not saying they can't, but it's not normally in their nature to provide those things. That's where the mother comes in. As the child gets older, especially for boys and most importantly for girls, then I feel like then a father figure is necessary. Now with my son, his father came around, he was probably about 9. And at that point, I feel like that was crucial because now he's, you know, going into preteens and then teens, you know. So at that point, he needs that father figure in his life to show him how to be a man as he's maturing.
So it's different. Each parent plays a different role as the child maturing.
Absolutely.
So you need the mother in the earlier stages of life, and you need the father kind of more when they're coming into their own personalities.
That makes
help
sense.
Guide.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question for both of you. Right now, we're talking about like how things are in this current generation. So you think the women that are raising kids now feel like, okay, I don't really need the father in the home. You know, I just want my baby. Like I don't. They want the baby without the actual family. So do you think that's something that's common now?
I don't know. I've heard a lot of different stories. I can believe it. Like, all right, she rich, she got everything. She thinks she can just buy it. I don't need that dude.
Not even rich. I seen some. I can do bad all by myself.
They say that to the
Section 8
bills kick
mamas.
in. Well, they gonna just keep popping them out so they Section 8 get higher and higher. Because really, I don't need that in till the bills due. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be like, oh, fuck him, I'm gonna go here. But when it's time to pay that rent or them school clothes or that food or, you know, to and fro, you're going to need that dude. But so I don't know how common that is. I mean, it's common. It goes on. But if that's their intent, I want the baby and I don't want the man.
Yeah, like even before they get into the situation, like, I already know I ain't finna deal with you, but I want a baby. Yeah. So what
I don't think that's the thought behind it. I don't feel like, and now there may be some out there that go in with that intention, but I don't feel like that's the initial intention. I feel like they're just doing whatever they want to do freely, and boom, they ended up getting pregnant. Which I would say, honestly speaking, from my situation, I got pregnant from a fuck buddy.
What?
Like, we wasn't in no committed relationship. We was just fucking. So that being irresponsible and just doing whatever, however I wanted to do it, I ended up getting pregnant.
So was he like happy when he found this out?
Neither one of us was happy. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
Done fucked up our partnership.
Done made it weird.
We agreed on that. That's for sure.
This is not the type of third party interaction I wanted.
Right.
But listen, I'm gonna give you the real every time.
Messing up my shit.
So
listen. How I feel. I did not want kids. I was the type of person. I grew up knowing what the hell my life was finna be about. Like I had my life mapped out. Right. Didn't want kids. Kids was not included in that. I ended up getting pregnant on birth control.
Damn.
Yes. So shit happens. But I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. At that time in my life, I needed a kid to sit me down where I was. So I feel like it was necessary. The universe provided that for me for a reason so that I can do what I did and get to this point in my life. Otherwise, who knows where the fuck I'd have been right now. So it was necessary, but it was not planned.
So in a situation like that, right? So was the dad on board when you said like, all right, I'm gonna keep it?
Yeah, after a while, we got it together.
After a while, how long is that?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, the decision was influence. Our plan was to terminate. When I went to the doctor, I had, I believe she was Muslim, and she actually pushed her religious beliefs on me, which legally they're not supposed to do that. Ethically, they're not supposed to do that. My plan, we already had it set to go do what we wanted to do. She pushed her beliefs on me, and then once we left that doctor's office, now I'm feeling bad, like shit, should I? You know, so eventually I felt bad, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it.
I'd be mad as hell if I'm doing that situation. All right, we got a goddamn plan, we sticking to it, now we get to there, now this motherfucker who not even supposed to be doing this,
Literally.
then fuck it up.
But that just makes me further believe that it was meant to be. Literally, because when I tell you we was
as a man, you would have had a hard time convincing me of that. You would have had
at that time.
yeah.
Forever.
Damn.
Forever.
Well, I mean, he came through. Like I said in the beginning.
Because he obviously a good dude. He came through because a lot of people is sticking to their guns. I said I ain't want no pause of this month.
Yeah. I said. Now, in a situation like that, to be honest, I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been mad.
So
if he did his thing.
So just for the sake of the people watching, so you say if a guy is upfront about his intentions of not wanting to be a part of the kid's life, and we both didn't want this baby, the women shouldn't feel no type of way about it?
I mean, she's gonna feel a type of way naturally because we produce estrogen.
But can you blame him?
But no, I cannot blame him. At the end of the day, that was a decision that we made collectively, and that was a choice that we decided on. So if I go and change my mind after that, after we was adamant about that, and he decides, okay, well, I'm good because this is what we agreed on, and now you going behind and making your own decisions on yourself. We made this baby together. Yeah. So yeah, I could understand his frustration, his anger, and not wanting to be,
That's how I've been feeling though. Like I know it's not a popular mindset, but I do feel like if we both walk into this situation knowing, all right, we just fucking won't really want no baby. And a baby fuck up and do happen. We made the baby together, yes. But the decision on whether this baby's born or not is 100% on the woman. Yeah. Right. On either case. Because it could be a situation where I want the kid and you don't want it.
Right.
You want it, right.
And you gon' because it's your body, you're going to do what you need to do.
Right.
But in a lot of situations, it's the reverse of to where you may want the kid, but the guy don't want it.
Yeah.
And he's stuck with it. Now, he get a label of a deadbeat when he really, like, technically you're a deadbeat, but if he didn't want the baby in the first place, you didn't sign up for this.
Right. And I feel like you put that on yourself because if he's being upfront and telling you that I don't want this baby, and if you finna have this baby, don't look for me for help. Yeah. And you still go and do that, then you sign up for that. That's the decision you made, so you have to live with that.
Yeah.
Stand on it.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Stand on it.
The rabbit hole get deep. Like what Kendra said.
It's a man's responsibility to be a man at the end of the day. So if you know you got a seed out there that you can do for and bring.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're not taking that off the man at all.
That's your responsibility, but that is also your decision to come back around and say, okay, I'm gonna be a stand-up man and do what I gotta do for mine. But as a woman, if you go into that situation knowing that that's not what he want, and you still make that decision thinking that's gonna change something, then that's on you, baby.
Yeah. I agree. She a smart one, huh?
Yeah, but I'm all in here. I'm fucked up, right? I'm thinking about them good old guts and shit. That's what made him pull the rub off.
Yeah,
goddamn.
He get to feel a little bit too warm and moist. Yeah, a little bit warm and moist.
And we be doing it like this, and little nigga gonna come interrupt
fuck up my life.
But it's your fault, nigga. It's your fault, nigga. You busted. He stayed enough.
Yeah.
See, my situation, my birth control failed me, so.
Yeah, like y'all did. He did everything right.
We did what we was supposed to do.
Well, I'd be too mad. I'd be too mad. I got them followed instructions to a T. Yeah, and your shit failed. Now it's my fault.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So talk about, like, I'm pretty sure you probably know a lot about this, but balancing masculine and feminine energy.
Absolutely.
What do you think, like, people consider masculine and feminine energy? And I'm gonna ask you what you think. Like, what do you think a woman that carries masculine traits? What do you think about it?
Are you speaking from a woman's standpoint or just in general?
Your standpoint.
I'm saying, but are we referring to masculine and feminine energy in a woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or how that should be balanced for you. How that should be balanced in a relationship. Like, could a man have feminine energy and it be a healthy relationship, or traits of feminine energy and it be a healthy relationship? Or could a woman have traits of masculine energy and it be a healthy relationship?
So naturally and scientifically, we all have masculine and feminine energy. Period. How you decide to portray that is totally up to you. Now, as far as a woman, because I'm a woman, I'm going to speak from my standpoint. Feminine energy is something that we embody. Again, we produce estrogen. That makes a woman for the most part. When a trans wants to become a woman, they give them estrogen shots to become a woman, change their voice, and give them the body parts of a woman, things like that. So that's what makes us a woman. So as far as the feminine energy that we embody, that's within us always. So I'm going to be a woman first, regardless. Now, I know there's masculine women out there, and I used to be, I won't say masculine or masculine woman. I used to operate in my masculine energy.
And what is a masculine energy for a woman?
For a woman, I would say that's energy that's portraying that I don't need a man for shit type of attitude. I can do it by myself. That's that disrespectful, to me. I feel like when a woman comes out to a man disrespectful, or whether with your mouth or you trying to put your hands on a man, or you feel like I don't need no man, I got this, I can do it, or you ain't trying to look for help, that's masculine energy. Because at the end of the day, women are soft by nature. So when we bask in that feminine energy, that's being that soft, sensual woman that we naturally are. So when it's anything outside of that, now you're operating in your masculine energy. And for men, a man is a man. Again, so your masculine energy doesn't change because you're put in a certain situation. And that's, a lot of women don't use that interactively. So they say, oh, you're being a little sassy. That, that's the new word nowadays, sassy. You're being feminine. And for women, they don't look at their self and like, okay, well, you're being disrespectful and you telling men to suck my dick and you thinking you got it and you don't need no man for nothing, but that's not operating in your masculine energy. That's not feminine by any means. You know what I'm saying? So if you could sit here and call a man sassy and feminine for doing certain things and operating in his feminine energy, take accountability too. Yeah.
So do you think, can a man bring a woman into her feminine energy or out of her masculine energy?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that his job? Do you think that's his job? Like, if you meet some woman that is on the like heavily like aggressive as hell, is that his job if he wants to court that woman, or should she find her own femininity?
I feel like going into any situation, you should find yourself first and foremost.
What if she naturally masculine? That's her.
No woman is naturally masculine.
Oh, okay.
That's what I described.
Gotcha.
As a woman, we produce estrogen, which creates us feminine. That makes us feminine. No woman is naturally masculine, just like no man is naturally feminine.
Got you. What if her life experiences have brought her into being more masculine? Like, she got to do certain things to survive in a male-dominated world. Right. I mean, would you say you operated in your masculine energy with what you was doing?
Yes.
You was beating niggas up.
I was giving niggas what they wanted. Okay, let's be clear. I was getting paid.
Yeah, and sometimes niggas want to get beat up.
But yes, I would. Like I said, I was definitely operating my masculine energy. But like you said, life definitely kind of pushes us in that direction. So I feel like unless I do the work for me to no longer operate in that energy, I'm going to continue to operate in that energy. Me, I did the work.
Yeah.
I put in that groundwork. I did what I had to do to find myself and find my inner peace, love, and happiness within me, and not seek that within somebody else first before trying to be out there navigating the world. And that's the problem most of us don't do. We don't seek that within ourselves, and then we go out and navigate in the world within that hurt and within the trauma that we went through in life that created that masculine energy, and now we're projecting that instead of working on self first and finding that feminine energy all over again and living within that feminine energy.
For sure. Do you think you can bring a woman that has a lot of masculine energy into her feminine side? Or would you even deal with that if she's like coming off aggressive off rip?
Well, I got to be attracted to her.
I'm saying she fine as hell.
Yeah, fine
I'm
as
saying
hell.
I'm saying fine as hell. I mean, when I say masculine, I mean it's like her attitude, not how she look.
Right.
Like,
well,
yeah.
Well, I could show her something different.
Yeah.
And now would it be worth that fight? Or how long would it take?
Yeah.
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 How long? What am I willing to commit to get? You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of times, if a woman is carrying that type of energy, it is because of things that she was raised.
Mechanism is some kind of right.
So I feel like to an extent, yes. If I'm attracted to her, I'm gonna do what I can until I'm like, all right, this ain't. You need more help than what I can do, because I feel like that is like, if it's that bad, then that is kind of like damn near a job. And I'm not about to.
Girl. Let me show you something. Come here, girl. Come here, baby.
I'm not about to keep trying to prove to you that I'm a good person.
Right.
When I know I'm a good person.
Yeah.
I know if if we link, it's gonna be great. But if you don't see that, it's only so much proving I'm finna do.
That's
that
it.
part.
And that's
that
it.
part. And then it gets draining too.
It
At
does.
the same time, trying to convince somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and they're so stuck in their ways. And what I will say is, I use the term operating in masculine energy because that's the term you put out there. But I feel like you're operating your trauma.
Yeah.
So that's where the problem lies, is when people continue to operate in their trauma. And like I said, not getting that help that they need to do what needs to be done to clear that slate before moving on to another situation. So now they carrying all that hurt, all that pain, all that trauma that they went through with the last dude and the dude before that, and they mom and they dad when they was younger, and whoever did whatever to them, they're operating in that trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes to do the work first before you even think about initiating another relationship, because now you're bringing all that baggage into that situation.
Yeah.
So naturally, it's not the man's job to get her out of that energy. It's our job, women, and men too, because men have to do the work. A lot of times men do come in with trauma and baggage and hurt and pain, even more so than women, because y'all carry a lot as men. There's a lot that the world put on y'all as a man naturally.
Yeah.
So once you take care of that, take care of yourself first, and find that inner peace, love, and happiness within you first, then you can go ahead and move on to the next situation with a clean slate.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of the problem now, is that people don't know how, coming from one relationship, they don't clean that slate.
Yeah.
They go out and look for that happiness or that
They
peace
look for
within
something to
somebody
sustain
else.
them.
Right,
Yeah.
because they don't have that within them first. So now they looking for that in the next person and the next person. Once that person leave, that peace, that love, that happiness is gone, because you ain't find it within you first.
Yeah.
So now you're going to the next person looking for that, but you still bringing that baggage. You ain't clean that slate.
Yeah.
So now you taking that to the next relationship, and now it's going to be toxic all over again. You're going to keep repeating the same thing until you learn
Because you ain't
your
healed
lesson.
yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, J2, I got a question. Wildest behind-the-scene moment from your music career, like in its heyday, that you can speak about?
You say wildest?
Wildest.
I don't know. It's all one wild party for me in my young days. I mean,
I think it'd be better
girls'
asking
trips.
what's not the wild.
Yeah, girls' trips. I mean, it was always something to
Yeah.
do, and something was always going on, and I was definitely a part of it.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't have social media back
Right.
then.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff we was doing, but yeah, man, it was beautiful, man. I mean, well, it was fun.
It was fun.
Looking back at it, like,
Yeah.
God damn, boy.
So, do you see, like, some of the, I guess, the female participants from these engagements, now they, like, completely different than they were? They might be family women back then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, do you...
Baby,
Yeah.
here I am.
Oh, you know what? You're right. So, I guess this is something for both of y'all.
You know what tripped me out?
What's
when
up?
I see the ones cross the 50 line and they still think they out there on the, and they on that.
They still
think
trying to
they
be-
20, they trying to
yeah.
compete with the look.
Man, listen.
Like, girl, get out
So,
of here with that.
I'm glad somebody else is knowing.
Grow your
I'm
ass
like,
up. Get your
how you,
ass out that
you
club.
40 trying to compete with these 20-year-olds?
Yeah.
These are your peers?
And then it don't look bad, but God damn it, girl, that look bad. Like you, 50.
It don't look bad.
I ain't saying 40, 50.
50. Yeah, it don't look bad. It just look crazy. Like, you still doing? You ain't involved at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And even the conversation is like, bitch,
Yeah.
who the fuck am I talking with?
Like, why would you think this is still like 1996 and we still finna like? Because it's it's 20 newer models.
Right.
It's kind of like, bro, I understand 86 Ferrari is probably very classic to a lot of people, but it's also a lot of mileage on that motherfucker.
Definitely a lot of mileage.
It's not, yeah. We're not bringing that out on South Beach. We're trying to impress the young hoes. Like, what is this piece of shit? But I guess it's something that both of y'all can respond to. But like, if you find out somebody had like a wild past, how long before you're like, okay, that was in the past. Regardless, we're gonna let that go. We're gonna move past that. Now we're gonna start something new. We'll start with you.
I mean, I don't think it's a time limit. Everybody has a past. You know what I'm saying? We all have to go through things to
Some
learn.
people's pasts are a lot wilder than
Yes,
others.
but we all have to learn life. We all have to go through life. We all have to experience it. And I feel like it's better to have experienced it when you were younger and get it out your system. So by the time you're ready to settle down, you good. You ain't got to worry about, oh, I didn't get to do this. I didn't get to do that. Or, oh, I'm cheating because this one.
So I guess the better question is a whole phase in your 20s better than having a whole phase in your 30s or 40s?
Absolutely. Get it out early. Get it out early.
Yeah.
So that by the time you in your 30s, you could find something serious. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about, like I said, feeling like you missing out. And I think that's a lot of thing with the women, older women. We feel like we missing out. We see, again, social media. We seeing these young girls living their life and having a good old time, living their whole life. And we feel like we missing out because we didn't get a chance to do that.
Why is a whole phase necessary for a woman's development?
I don't feel like it's necessary, but I feel like it helps.
It helps.
Yes.
What do you think? Is the whole phase necessary for?
It's part of the evolution.
Yeah.
It's part of growth. They gotta grow through it. They gotta go through it to figure out what they want. Like me, I assume everybody got passed anyway. It's just, am I attracted to you or not, girl? I just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want,
Yeah.
but
That's realistic.
Because I be like, picture me rolling now.
Okay.
Imagine my past, guys.
Yeah.
And I feel like a past
and potential.
without my past.
And my potential.
Okay.
I'm still liable to do some shit.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like without my past, it wouldn't create the person I am now. So you met me now in this phase. You don't know my past. I mean, I'm gonna tell you regardless. I'm an open book. One thing about me, I'm gonna let you know whatever, and I'm gonna let you make your best decision.
So are you single?
I'm single.
Okay, so if you meet a guy, y'all really like kick it off, and you know it's some stuff in your past that might scare him off. You telling him all that?
Everything, and I'm gonna let him make
Bold.
the decision because I feel like I'd rather you hear it from me.
What if he would never hear it?
Right,
What
like
if he would never? It never came.
Basis,
It's some shit that's only between you and one other person. What if he would never hear it?
I mean, if I know for a fact, there ain't no need to mention it. Ain't no need. If I know for a fact it ain't gonna come out and we taking that to the grave, what's the point?
That's fair.
So when you telling them, you just telling them scenario. You ain't gonna tell them in detail on this night. This what you get what I'm saying? Like I used to do that. I used to do that.
Like if we have stories, we exchange stories.
Exchanging hotels with your
Listen, you never know. But no, I'm gonna let them know. Well, for me,
that's a bold game to play with your girl. Exchanging hotels because she gonna outdo you every time.
I just
I had a threesome with these two girls I was in that stayed in my dorm. Next thing you know, this motherfucker was the freaky frog on campus. She gonna hurt you. She gonna break your goddamn heart.
Listen, know what you getting into. Like I said before, know what you getting into and go for what you want.
Listen, just as long as you still doing it, don't hang up the whole cape. As soon as I get know all that freaky shit you was doing with the other niggas, I want that same.
So listen, now it comes a point in time where when I'm ready to settle down and I'm being exclusive with one person, that's the one person that's gonna get all that whole shit. It ain't for everybody. Now it comes a time where it's not for everybody. So even me, like I've switched my image on social media. You know what I'm saying? I might do a little twerk here and there or whatever, just out of fun.
No, you got it.
Okay.
No, you got it.
That's all.
Look at this motherfucking dress she got on. You feel me?
No, she got it. Go ahead, finish.
Just a little bit.
Twerk, just a little bit.
Just a little friend.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, what's for my man is for my man. You know what I'm saying? And you've seen my page previously. You know the shit I was putting out there. But at the end of the day, I'm out of that phase now. And what's for my man is for my man. Now, I'm still that woman inside. Don't get me wrong. Like, that shit don't just disappear. It's just no longer for the public. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, shit.
So what them twerk videos at? What's your Instagram?
Rissy Blessed.
Rissy Blessed 11.
Rissy Blessed. You got to hit the tag photos.
Yeah, I'm going to go to tag.
The tag photos. Her page is clean.
I don't post that.
So I got to go find them other ones.
I like two twerking videos.
I don't see no. I ain't see. I've been looking.
Yeah, that's two.
I've been looking. They ain't on there no more.
I'm gonna tell you there's two.
What's up?
And you do what you do from there. But there's two. Do your research.
What you say? How many pages you got? You just got that one page,
that
right?
one in my business page. Paint a piece 11, by the way.
Yeah. Go check that out.
Absolutely.
Go check that out. So, if there's JT Money, if there's one, like since we said earlier, the rap girls ruling this shit right now. If there's one rap girl that you could collaborate with to get that old school lit vibe back, who would it be?
One like these young girls out here that's rapping now.
Yeah.
The girl JT, and put it with JT Money. And let's do
JT
it from,
and JT Money.
Miami and all that.
Yeah.
She be talking that shit too.
And I remember they used a sample one time from your song. I think it was a twerk song. And in the beginning, she was like, JT, call me. in the beginning.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we need to, we need to do our Googles on that. Okay, so JT Money and the girl JT. I like that. That's hard.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Okay. Any projects? Anything else that the people need to know about that you got coming up?
Yes. Well, I just dropped Immortal, new album on the 4th of July. Yeah, I've been getting a good response out of this project, after these 35 years. But, I got a song on there, Miami Mount Rushmore with me, Trick Daddy, and Rick Ross. Then I got The Best Is Yet to Come with me and CeeLo Green. Then I got Back It Up on Your Best Friend with the young boy Trap Becker. Then I got the entire Poison Clan on this one song, Give It to You. I'm giving you the ones I love first. And then, I got the 8 Ball and MJG, What This Pimp About.
Yeah.
And the rest of it, that gangster stuff, that G code, them stories, them heartfelt. It's a good body of work. But what I was trying to do is collaborate this young and this old. You know, I work with a lot of young producers and co-writers of hooks for these young dudes to speak their language to them and not at them. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the music, I ain't talking down. I got a song called Young Niggas, but I'm telling his story, because I was there 30 years ago, and I'm gonna show you. But this shit awesome, man. With all due modesty, man. If you get the motherfucker, you're going to appreciate it. You're going to ride, but that's it, man.
So we was talking about what her stories were and her past, but I feel like as somebody who came up in the music industry, you came up in Florida, and now we see like it's a lot more violent now between these rappers. Right. So if you could give advice to some of these rappers that are engaging in this shit on social media, engaging in these unnecessary like violent beefs, what advice would you give them? Because like Julio was from Florida, right? Yeah. So if you could give advice to people in that camp or in those situations, what would you give them?
Stay off social media with it. Like if y'all niggas, I want to be a famous rapper, but I want to beef with these niggas over here. Think about how stupid this is, like, cause you can't go nowhere, cause they gonna come get you. So you need to tighten up. And with this game here, man, you got to be professional. You got to handle business. It look fun. You know what I'm saying? But they got to get out there and go politic and form relationships and do all this kind of shit. So if you out there thinking like this, then you ain't gonna go no further than right there. Because the other people with control of the bag, they not trying to do business with you. But for the young dudes, man, how the fuck are you gonna be on social media like this and think it ain't gonna happen? I mean, my ops, they going, but it's their generation. They back and forth. They want to do it in real time. Like, I'm from an era when we had something going, we didn't even talk about it. You just heard about it, and then you might see it in there. Like, and if you know it, you be like, well,
What about like the people that are from your generation that turned into social media dudes? Because I feel like Wack 100 is definitely a social media dude.
All right, now, what I did learn now, this social media thing, it's a great platform to do some business with. But
absolutely.
And find and discover all kind of stuff. But when these cats go to thinking they living inside this box right here, they fool like old dudes doing childish stuff. See, them the same old dudes who will get a little dude a gun and tell him to go ahead. He the same nigga that would do that. Like me, I'd be like, when you get your ass around here, give me that shit. That's me. I'm a different dude from these niggas, but old niggas who do that shit foolish, man. That's all I'm gonna say. For sure.
Listen, JT Money, Rissy Blessed. Rissy, you want to leave anything with the people? Leave the people with anything?
Absolutely. So like I mentioned previously, Pain of Peace. That is my new work of art. My new life path. Definitely follow me. Pain, the number 2, Peace, PEACE, 1111 is my business page. Again, spiritual life coach. I'm helping people go from pain to peace, work through their pain, and find peace and break the generational curse. Spreading love, peace, and happiness. My personal page, Rissy Blessed 11 for all the fun.
How you spell that, Rissy?
Rissy, RISSY, Blessed.
S-S-Y, that's why I missed it.
Oh, you were looking for it.
BLESSED, 11.
Blessed 11. I'm looking for these two.
Sir.
You said it's two, all right. Listen, that's another episode of the Big Homie's House, and we gone.